Welcome everybody to the Hibiscus Sports Complex as the Southwest Metro Pirates host the Ipswich Force in your QBL Game of the Week, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. I'm John Guarna. Tonight I'm joined in the commentary booth by Dave Derwin and Regan Baker. Dave, traditional rivals here, Southwest and Ipswich, sitting on opposite ends of the ladder though. Southwest clearly in a finals position, while Ipswich has struggled. They've dropped 9 straight, Dave.
Yeah, that's some losing streak that Mickey C's trying to exit tonight. And in looking at the stats, I think it's it may be a little bit more even than what people might think. I know the record doesn't speak that strongly about the Force, but statistically, they are literally on par with the Pirates, both shooting about 36% from the three, 49% from the floor. So, I'm really thinking it'll be an interesting game tonight.
Pirates are coming in off of a huge win off of the Brisbane Capitals. Ryan Vines getting that last second winner. How much confidence does that help the Pirates bringing in coming off that win?
Yeah, I think it certainly helps because again, one of the keys for them is integrating all their guys with Kendall in and out, and then McGrew in now, and then Besto getting back in as well. So for them, they need to have a little bit more just work on that chemistry stuff. And so Kendall coming in, he was great over in China. So I mean, he should be sky high confidence-wise too.
Yeah, Kendall is definitely a difference maker. How does Ipswich contain a player like Jeremy Kendall and try and contain Vines as well? At the moment, Pirates have a bit of injury. Ipswich is a really talented team. They're one of the higher scoring teams in the competition.
Yeah.
What do they need to do to get a win tonight over Pirates?
Well, it's just frustrating for Coach Conlon, because a lot of times they've been really close, right? I mean, they took Townsville to the brink in Townsville. They had a close loss against Cairns, I think, at home as well. They've got smacked a couple of times as well. But, you certainly won't sleep on them. And so if they can clean up their act tonight, and they look after the ball generally, only averaging about 12 turnovers a game. So if they can make that, 7, 8, and steal a few 4 or 5 possessions and go to the glass hard and pick up a few things, and James gets hot, they're absolutely a show.
Yeah, and Pirates, like we said, they are struggling with a bit of injury. It'll be interesting to see how this lineup performs for Pirates. What's your prediction on the game?
Well, as I said, I think statistically, it's going to be very close. I mean, you'd give the home team the slight advantage based on the confidence, and then Kendall coming in. Obviously, the guys have got to be confident seeing him next to each other. So, I think maybe it's a good time for Southwest to put a few games in a row here and start climbing the ladder and try and secure that sort of 3-4 spot if they can, to try and secure a final.
Yeah, they're definitely in the hunt for a home final. They want it as though most teams do, but this is going to be a key game for them. If they want to get there, they need to get the win tonight. Just before we tip, guys, I want to give a shout out to Ipswich assistant coach Colby Stefanovic. He's not here tonight, unfortunately, because he is battling testicular cancer. Colby, we're thinking of you, and guys, if you can, make sure you show Colby some love. We wish you were here. We wish you all the best in your fight with cancer. And, guys, you can always, don't forget, our friend Dan George has started the Still Our Eyes Foundation to support people who are struggling with the battle against cancer. So please visit the Still Our Eyes website, make a donation. Every single penny that you donate to the Still Our Eyes Foundation goes to fight the battle against cancer of all forms.
Yeah, probably a lot of people don't know much about the organization that Dan started and we've been involved with for some time. And we've gifted hundreds of hours of help and counselling free through some fundraising activities to families and so forth who are going through testicular cancer. So, certainly thoughts are with Colby. Hopefully he gets through okay.
Yeah, hopefully Ipswich will put on a good show for you tonight here, Colby. It's going to be a great game. We see right away the matchup in the middle. It's Josh Dirksen against Tanner McGrew. Ipswich going to have a bit of trouble here with the size of the Southwest front court. You got Bairstow, Sinclair, and McGrew. James Kwan's going to have the matchup, it looks like, with Bairstow here early.
So we also, too, Johnny, just warn the viewers that the scoreboards have both been fried with the storm here at Macrobat just before tip-off. So it could be challenging with the scoreboard throughout the game. So we'll do our best, though.
Kendall hits a tough jumper to get the scoring underway, and yeah, that happened in the women's game. We lost our internet connection. We'll keep an eye on all the technology as best as we can for you guys. Hopefully we run through this game with no hiccups.
Are you going to do the dash, Johnny? It's 2-0, right?
Might have to.
Okay.
Might have to. Bairstow comes up with the steal, gets to the rim, misses the layup. Vines, though, with the follow. It's 4-0 early here for Southwest. You talked about turnovers, Dave. Ipswich doesn't have many of them. They turned it over on their first possession, though.
Yeah.
Dirksen comes out firing. He hits his first three-point attempt of the night. He leads the QBL in three-point percentage. He shoots at just under 49%.
Well, and again, the other beautiful thing of having a bit of a losing streak is you just got to let it fly now, right? They got nothing to lose. Their goal is to try and take out the Pirates tonight.
There's that infamous Kendall pump fake. He's fouled on the three-point shot by Ben Wilson. So Kendall's going to go to the line for a couple free throw attempts. Make it 3, actually. Kendall's only had the one game for Southwest, but it was a pretty good game. He finished with 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists in that loss versus Rocky.
Yeah, he was really good, and it was a nice competition between him and the Rocky import. And then he quickly shipped off to China and played with that All-Australian group.
Yeah, how about that? I mean, that performance has to secure him a an NBL contract somewhere with someone, doesn't it?
Yeah, you'd like to think so. He was really good for the Bullets the last sort of month of the year, and I thought he gave them great energy and certainly helped them with the chemistry, I thought, personally. So I think, he's certainly in the mix for an NBL contract, and wish him the best of luck.
7-3 the lead now for Pirates at a minute 15 into the game.
Well, I like that Kendall's got the Legan assignment tonight, so that'll be a good battle to watch. Another turnover already.
A second one for Ipswich, so needs to take care of the pill a bit better than that. McGrew has Wilson on him. He likes the matchup, instead hands off to Kendall. Back now to McGrew, spins baseline, right-handed hook shot's good. McGrew has been really impressive in this last 5 or 6 games for the Pirates.
And I like the strategy here around pumping it inside. Again, Ipswich isn't too big. I mean, they've got Dirksen and Kwan, but they're not really 4-5s per se. And between McGrew and Sinclair, they certainly got some size.
Kendall's jump shot's off. Bairstow grabs the offensive rebound. Now Kendall again for 3.
Probably want to guard that. Very lucky getting away with it.
Can't give him too many open looks. He's going to make you pay him 9 times out of 10. Another turnover here for Ipswich. You mentioned they take care of it, Dave. They've got 3 turnovers in about 2 minutes.
I've jinxed them, haven't I?
Well, Mick will say that we jinxed them since we were there last.
Well, as long as he doesn't turn any more over, he's all right.
Kwan, the aggressive defense, knocks the ball out of bounds into the Pirates bench. So Southwest has possession on the sideline with 12 seconds to go on the shot clock. Vines has been really good the past few weeks as well for Southwest. Nearly lose it. He's got 5 on the shot clock. McGrew's got to go quick. Layup attempt, no good, but he's fouled. That foul's going to go on Josh Dirksen. So McGrew going to go to the line for 2 shots on the season. He shoots 76%. If I was looking at Tanner McGrew's numbers, he was a monster last year, averaging the double-double. Comes back to the QBL, doing it again. He's got 10 double-doubles on the season. He's hit double figures in every one but 1 game so far this year. He averages 22 points and 12.5 rebounds to go along with 3.5 assists. Not bad.
Yeah, I think it's quite interesting because statistically, obviously, he was perhaps more dominant last year. But I just really like his evolution too this year. I think his jump shots look better. I like how he's mixed it up inside outside as well. And I mean, he's super tough. And I really like today, again, he's adjusted. He's inside and he's looking to post up Dirksen or Wilson, whoever's on him. And I like the aggression early.
Legan going to fire a deep 3. That's good from James Legan. That's what he does. He shoots the pill, cuts the lead to 4.
Well, they shoot a pretty good clip from the 3 for the season, 36% as a team. And they certainly get a few up. They average 33 a game. So you know that they're going to get it up.
Legan from the opposite wing going left, hits another 3.
Looked like a pretty good hand from Kendall too, but again, you just need to make him a driver. It's plain and simple. Get up and in, make him put it on the deck.
McGrew again going at Dirksen, this time with the right hand. 14-9 the lead for Southwest over Ipswich. Quan going at the defense. Can't get the bucket, but he'll go to the line for a couple shots. Will Sinclair picks up the foul. You see young Tyrell Harrison getting set to check in for Will Sinclair. That's Sinclair's the first team foul on Southwest. We've seen a few of the Pirates games the last few weeks, Dave. Sinclair is a guy who's not going to really turn up on the stat sheet, but he does all the little things for him, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does a good job for them. And and you know, on your comment on the stats, I don't know what his offensive rebound production has been, but with the naked eye, I think he's been tremendous crashing the glass. And then defensively, generally does a pretty good job of holding his ground in the block. So not too many people are dominating him, that's for sure. And he doesn't need touches. You know, he's one of those big men that's pretty efficient.
Verl Williams Jr. getting set to check in, going to give Kendall a breather. McGrew, by the way, would add the other little note. He's going to play with the Bullets against Team China when they face off next week down at the Gold Coast. So we know McGrew's been training with the Bullets. It's nice that he'll get to wear the jersey.
Yeah.
Vine's 3 is off.
Another offensive rebound early, too.
Verl Williams Jr. checks in. 3-point attempt is off. Ball goes out of bounds off of Ipswich, so it's going to stay with Southwest.
Well, just poor communication between Quan and Eustace. There was a simple rebound. I don't know how they fumbled it out of bounds.
Bairstow has it with Eustace on him. There's 8 on the shot clock. Vines with it now. Now Verl Williams Jr. dumps it inside. Harrison loses it. He gets it back, though. Goes at the defense. Can't finish. Dirksen going right at the defense. It sits on the rim. Doesn't fall, but he's fouled. So Dirksen's going to go to the line for a couple shots. And Dave, Dirksen's a guy that we saw early that first game of the season. He was getting his shots up. He's played pretty well for them statistically, averaging 14.5 points, shooting 44% from the field and nearly 49% from 3.
Yeah, he certainly has been really good for them, and a big part of their offense. And you know, the other thing with the Ipswich group is they really do share the ball around with the production, at least. You know, you've got guys averaging 9, 9, 7, 9, 18, etc. So you know, obviously Harvey's not in tonight, but you know, he's another big contributor for them. Interesting, the last set down there for the Pirates, Ipswich went to a zone, and you know, the Pirate guys all just, you know, they space the floor well, but they've got to have better body movement. I think in the end it was a nice drive from Verl Williams, and he hit young Harrelson under there. But again, just sometimes they maybe fall in love with the 3 a little bit too. They've gone back to the man here, Ipswich.
Kendall on the baseline, jump shot's good. He can play on the ball or off the ball, can he, Jeremy Kendall?
Yeah.
Legan's going to fire the left wing 3. That's off. Harrelson comes down with it. Now Allen streaking up court. Going right at Dirksen. He's blocked, but they're going to get Dirksen with the body. So Jake Allen going to go to line for a couple of shots. Allen coming off his one of the best games of the season for him. He had a game-high 21 in that win versus the Caps last week. Looks like the clock's back and running. Hey, Dave.
Yeah, it looks
both
like
of them, which is good.
Yeah, it looks like it's bounced back.
Here comes Kyle Harvey. He's going to have to check in.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see him on the bench. My apologies.
Yeah,
I thought he was out.
Coming off the bench tonight. Dirksen going to have to take a breather. He's got 2 personals, Josh Dirksen.
Yeah, Harvey's had a good season again. 18 and 6 he's averaging. So, you know, Mick Conlon obviously thinks he's a good impact player to come in and
he's got to
lead the bench scoring.
Yeah, Kyle Harvey has always been that guy since he's been in the QBL, especially with Ipswich. Playing, he's more of a guard body-wise, but he plays that kind of 2 to 4,
yeah,
sometimes even 5.
Yeah.
Allen hits them both, so the lead is up to 6, 18-12 for Southwest. Ralph nearly lost it. Now Ben Wilson working against Verl Williams Jr., who gets the foul and the bucket.
Yeah, good aggressive drive from Wilson. Probably if that's going to be the matchup that they stay with, I think he'd be excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's Verl Williams Jr. is going to give up size on pretty much everybody that he's guarding. He uses his quickness and his body positioning really, really well. Just that time Wilson got the angle, got to the bucket. It was a body foul.
Yeah. And a good drive, and that's what he needs to be more of. I think sometimes he's maybe a little bit too unselfish, getting feet in the paint and kicking it. I think at times that's good, but then equally he's got to look to get all the way out in the rim and finish.
Kendall working the baseline here, finds McGrew. Out to Verl Williams Jr., wing three. Too strong.
Yeah, good offense from the Pirates then. Really good ball movement, good patience. Nice look from Verl. He's had a couple of good looks now.
Ralph going at the defense. He misses. Quan can't come up with it. Kendall does. Quick bullet pass to McGrew. Goes out of bounds. Coach Downer wanted the press. Pirates didn't pick up the call. Lucky they didn't get hurt on the other end. Quan will shoot the three. Too strong.
Yeah, it's kind of got to be pretty frustrating for Coach Downer. I mean, it's not like the guys aren't practicing, and you got to switch on. And the call's the call. And you saw Harrelson and I forget who it was. Maybe because Verl and McGrew were up, but the rest of the other three were a bit asleep.
It was Kendall, Allen, and Harrison back there. And you see Coach Nate Tate, the assistant coach for the Pirates, having a word to Verl Williams Jr. Even though he's a young fella, he is responsible for calling the defense, and everyone's got to have their responsibility, don't they, Dave?
Well, they're going to go it again. I think on a make, they're going to look to the trap. At the very minimum, burns a bit of clock.
Allen missed the second one, though.
Maybe get the ball out of Jason Ralph's hand a little bit too. Jace, Ralph's a really solid decision maker. And I think whenever he plays well, his teams always are in the hunt.
Good rebound there by Harrison. Should probably have a look, Dave, at the Nationals out in Perth. It's Queensland North versus Queensland South in the gold medal game. Nice creativity there to McGrew from Verl Williams Jr.
Yeah, it was for all you Victorians out there. That's what I like to see.
Kendall picks the pocket of Wilson. Euro steps his way. Reverse layup is good. Southwest up 10 now.
Well, the points off turnovers has really killed. The Pirates have been super efficient executing in transition.
Good dish inside for the Harvey jam from Jason Ralph. Harrison goes inside. McGrew's hook shot is off. Harvey will shoot the three from the top of the key. It's too strong. This is the pace Ipswich wants to play at, though, Dave.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I got Harrison for the 3-second call. Bairstow checks back in for Harrison. Eustace going to come back in for Ben Wilson.
Well, you talked about the pace too, Johnny. I mean, I think that's the pace the Pirates are interested in as well. I think they don't care if it's slow or fast, which is probably a real benefit for this Pirate group. But again, 25 in the first quarter with 2 to go is far too many.
Ligon from the wing misses. Kendall comes down with it. He's a one-man fast break. Great pass in the corner to Allen. McGrew goes inside to Bairstow, misses. Got his own rebound, but he's fouled from behind. Don't know if that's going to go on Ligon or Quan. Let's see who they give it to.
Yeah, I think they're going to give it to Ligon. There's 2 on him.
Second personal on League, and Coach Conlon's going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. Minute 47 to go in the first quarter. It's an 8-point lead for Southwest over Ipswich. And your QBL Game of the Week presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Back with you here at Hibiscus Sports Complex, 25-17 with a minute 46 to go in the first quarter. Dave, I see you got your notes there. What did you see there in the first quarter of action so far?
Well, I think, again, we didn't talk about on pre-game a great deal because of the scoreboard issues that I had to put on my part-time electrical contractor hat on for.
Yes.
But the keys for Ipswich, I thought, is, again, limiting McGrew, his impact. I mean, he's clearly killer, but if everyone else goes and gets buckets, and that's better than him getting 25 and 20 on you. I mean, I think he had 40 and 20 2 weeks ago when we called him. So, you know, that's one of the keys to them is making it hard for him. And to be honest, they've done a pretty poor job so far. He is getting deep touches. It's lights out when he's getting it, and he's pretty much scored at will or got fouled or passed out of it, which has been really positive. And then Ipswich need to find that balance of playing loose because obviously there's nothing to lose for them. And offensively so far, I think they're okay. I think there's been some good penetration, but I think that's maybe the 5th turnover of the quarter, which is not going to get it done for them.
Kendall drives baseline, steps out of bounds, so that's a turnover for Southwest. So Southwest, that's their 3rd turnover. Ipswich with 4 in the first. They're nearly halfway to their season average. So.
Yeah. Well,
former Ipswich Grammar teammates squaring off in Verl Williams Jr. and Jason Ralph. Quan will fire the 3. That's too strong. Bairstow comes up with it. Verl Williams Jr. with the finger roll.
Yeah, great. Again, watch, for all the young fellas out there, watch the McGrew seal. He held Quan on his back, and nothing illegal about it. A good seal, which created the opportunity for V-Dub to get straight to the middle.
Harvey working against Allen, gets to the bucket, can't finish.
Yeah, good help again from V-Dub under the rim. Just did enough to bother him.
Kendall in the corner, he'll fire the 3, that's bottom.
Well, it's always handy when you don't have to do a great deal offensively and he can do that.
I mean, you gotta be on him the whole time as soon as he steps over the half-court line. Legan nearly lost it. There's 6 on the shot clock. Ralph in and out dribble, gets to the bucket. Layup is good.
Yeah, great take. Great little shimmy in and away. Got V-Dub on his heels.
McGrew inside. That's a great pass from Allen.
Well, that's just too easy. They got to change it up. I mean, I don't know why they're not fronting.
And that's going to be the end of the quarter. Ralph double teamed. Looks like he might have tweaked an ankle or something. He's got a little limp. But his team is going to go into the quarter time break down 15, 34-19. Defensively, Ipswich really just not picking up.
Yeah, I mean, the turnovers every time the Pirates score, but it's not just that. It's they're really pushing the ball and running out in transition well. You saw Coach Downer giving Jake a bit of an uppercut on getting out and being available to present in transition for those early kick aheads, which is the pace that he wants to play at. So, you know, the Pirates look really sharp tonight.
Pirates look good. It is the end of the quarter. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with some statistics for you. It's 34-19 Pirates over Ipswich on your QBL Game of the Week, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Back with you at the Hibiscus Sports Complex. 34-19 the lead for the Pirates over Ipswich at the quarter-time break. Southwest shot 57% from the field, only 1 of 5 from 3. But they got to the free throw line 11 times. They've hit 9 of those shots. They're out rebounding Ipswich 15-4.
Yeah, plus 11. I was just looking at the old manual sheets myself, and yeah, it's not looking too good in the first quarter. 57% from the floor. You know, they've been to the foul line 11 times too. Plus 11 rebounding, 9 assists on 12 buckets. I mean, you coach down and you're like, I get an A+ right now for the group. And Coach Conlon's got a bit of work to do.
So Ipswich really needs to tighten it up defensively. Southwest getting everything and anything they wanted in that quarter there.
Yeah, I think the quick looks, if Ipswich get into quick looks, that could really hurt them. I mean, obviously a few times they've had some really nice penetration from Wilson and Ralph. But they just got to be careful in balancing those quick looks versus giving the Pirates the opportunity to get out in trans.
And you got to give credit to Jeremy Kendall doing a pretty good job there on James Legan in that first quarter. Then Bairstow switched out on Legan, knocked the ball out of his hands. So there's 11 seconds to go on the shot clock. Ipswich with possession. Ralph, good look inside. Harvey blocked from behind.
Oh, wow.
There's a foul somewhere in there. Let's see who the referees give that one to.
15 is McGrew. Wow, looks like a lot of ball, but obviously Mr. Patrick saw something we didn't see.
So Harvey going to go to the free throw line for a couple shots. Kyle Harvey is an 87% free throw shooter on the season. Missed the first. Atem Biora has checked in for Ipswich. Southwest has Bairstow in there with McGrew, Allen, Kendall, and Vines. Ipswich has Legan, Ralph, Eustace, Harvey, and Bior. Missed them both. The broadcaster's jinx lives.
At least we're consistent.
We do our best.
Bang. Oh, look good out of the hand.
Just a bit too strong there for Kendall. Legan with the head of steam. Flips one up, can't get the roll.
Yeah, great help again from Bairstow. It's twice he's done a really good job of helping his team out, putting his body on the line.
Kendall kicks it out. You can see Legan seems a bit frustrated out there, doesn't he?
Well, that's what you want, right? You need to frustrate him. And he'll either go two ways. He'll either get real mad and get super hot, or equally he'll bomb away and he'll end up with an okay clip because he'll get his numbers. But you know, I think they need more than him just getting his numbers in order to be competitive.
Yeah, I've got to give credit there to Jake Allen trying to do the job on Legan. He's going to get called for the foul. Good pass on the other end, though, from Allen to McGrew in the post. And that's just a really smart play. Southwest is doing a great job here tonight identifying their mismatches and going to them.
Yeah, they have overall been pretty patient.
Ralph jumper is up and good. Again, that's nice recognition there from Jason Ralph for the pull-up jumper. Saw the big man switch out on him.
Bior rocking the 99. How you like that, Johnny?
I like it. I like it a lot.
I think Josh Jackson's running 99 for Phoenix this year, the rookie.
It must be in vogue. Contact inside. They're going to give that one to James Legan. That's going to be his third personal.
Yeah.
Dirksen and Wilson check in for Legan and Ralph. So 3 personal fouls here on James Legan. It's going to spell trouble. Vines gets the screen from Sinclair. Now they work it around to Kendall. His wing 3 is up and good. Kendall has got it going on, folks. He's got 19 points on the night already.
Yeah, good
Dirksen
call.
travels.
Good call.
He's got an interesting game, Dirksen, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He's quite versatile offensively.
It is a bit unique, yeah. And they're going back to their zone now, and we'll see if they can find you know, the combination of the shooters and then just the patience.
Vines dumps it inside. It was just a bit behind Bairstow. Turnover Southwest. Wilson running the show with Ralph on the bench. They work it over to Harvey. Eustace now working on Bairstow. Bior. Good move there from Atem Bior, flipping it up and in through the contact.
Yeah, good strong take.
Kendall again from the wing. It's wet again. Jeremy Kendall is cooking.
Well, you know, I mean, and really it's just unacceptable from the Force to continue to not locate him. I mean, it's not like people don't know if you don't find him, he's going to drop 40 on you, all right? The guy just came and dominated over in China off a 3-game series.
Sinclair gets called for the offensive foul. Good hustle there by Kyle Harvey. Pressuring the big man into the foul.
And I mean, he's got 22 in the first 14 minutes.
Kendall is on absolute fire here. He's doing it from inside and out. Right at this current moment, he's got the jump shot working a treat.
Again, I think I prefer it if they could take from Harvey. I'd prefer if they played man and again get some personal accountability in. Because what they've done is they've done a good job of frustrating Legan, and now someone needs to do the same thing in order to frustrate Kendall. And
there he is again
instead of leaving him open.
Sinclair, the offensive rebound stripped by Dirksen. Now Bior has it. Spinning to his right, goes up with the left hand, he's fouled.
Yeah, good job. Try to give you a little dream shake then.
I like it. Foul's gonna go on Jeremy Kendall. Bairstow's coming out, as is Harvey. Allen for the Pirates checks in, as does James Kwan. (42-26) the lead here for the Pirates. Bior hits them both. Kwan's at the top of this defense here. It's a 1-2-2. Kendall skips it over to Allen. Inside for Sinclair. His shot swatted by Dirksen. He traveled before that anyway. What do you think of that 1-2-2 there, Dave? Kwan at the top. It's pretty good, but it probably needs to be a little more pressure up there.
Yeah, I like the intent of it, especially with Kwan up the top, who's nice and long. But you know, I don't know. I'm not sure if they are trying to keep the ball on one side of the floor, because if they are, they failed about 4 times. Or just, you know, again, that's look, Kwan looks like he's trying to do it, but then he just allows the pass to go there.
McGrew's short jumper is off. Kwan comes down with it. So a couple stops in a row here for Ipswich. See if they can go on a bit of a run. Nice rebound there by Wilson and a good putback. Coach Downer wants the timeout. I think that's a good timeout because Ipswich making a little bit of a run there. They cut the lead to 11. 5:04 to go in the first half, Dave.
Yeah, and I don't mind. I think the timeout was a good call, but there's no panic stations yet. I think they just had they've struggled to score the last couple of minutes, but there was good looks and good patience. I actually quite like the tempo that the Pirates are playing with. Then they just missed a few shots, and down the end defensively is probably what Coach Downer's a bit concerned with. Some simple looks, and then Wilson on the glass a couple times. So clean that up.
He's going to go to the bench too. We saw Verl Williams Jr. getting set to check in. Take a quick look at the stats. Southwest still hitting at a pretty handy clip, 55%, 33% from 3. Again, they're just dominating the glass at the moment. They're out rebounding Ipswich by 12, 19-7. They've got 12 assists, the Pirates do, on 15 buckets. That's a pretty good assist to bucket
Yeah,
race.
it's pretty handy when you chuck it to that number 7.
Yeah, and then you look
And
at
he makes it. So, you know.
look at the points in the paint, though, Dave. 16 in the paint for Southwest, 9 second chance opportunities, 7 points off of turnovers. So
well, yeah, I mean, it's, you know, and we talk about it on and off, you know, whether you zone and junking it up a little bit into a press into a zone or you play man. For me, at the moment, for where the Force are at, I mean, they just need to step up and have some accountability individually. I mean, the Pirates are scoring at will. I don't know, I think whatever the field goal percentage you said, but it was high 50s early.
55%, yeah.
It's just too easy, you know. Like, I mean, they're not taking anything away. They're not making it super tough. So
11 points to lead for Southwest. Come out of the timeout with Vines, Williams Jr., Allen, who's just drains the 3, McGrew, and Sinclair. Ipswich has Ben Wilson, Atembior, Jared Eustace, James Kwan, and Josh Dirksen. Kwan reverse layup is no good. Wilson can't finish the follow.
Well, the Force have done a better job in this to start the second quarter. Started a 12-8 second quarter for them. So defensively, it's been better, and they're scoring at will.
Vine stops, Pops can't hit. Good push by Wilson. Eustace, three-pointer is just too strong. Another offensive rebound for Wilson.
Oh, I think it's probably 3 in the last 4 possessions.
Then he gets inside for the layup. Well, there's a bit of energy for Ipswich.
Yeah, and that's what he does, bring to the table. And again, he's single-handedly keeping them in the game right now.
Allen fakes the pass. His shot blocked by Dirksen. Then Eustace is fouled. And they're going to give that one to Jake Allen. Ben Wilson getting the quick breather. Harvey going to check in. Legan also checking in for Dirksen.
Well, I know what I'd be doing. I'd be going at Legan for the next 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
He's playing with 3 personal fouls.
And especially considering he's struggled a little bit in the first half. So he's a bit frustrated too. I think he could easily get that 4th foul by just a simple frustration.
No, they don't want him. They don't want him getting too cold. I don't think you need him out there firing on all cylinders. Sinclair gets it out to Williams Jr. Now McGrew, top of the key, 3 is good. It's that secondary action where Ipswich struggles a bit, isn't it?
Well, it's just that next rotation. They. The energy's there, but the execution is poor.
Verl Williams Jr. comes up with the steal, goes at the defense, got himself too far under the bucket and couldn't finish. Legan's going to step into a deep 3. That's good. He could hit it from about anywhere on the court.
Yeah.
That was deep.
I knew it was going up too. He loves that one. He loves those transition ones.
Steps right into it wherever he is on the court, doesn't he? Allen, great pass in the corner for Williams Jr. He hits a 3. Yeah, it's one of the underrated aspects of Jake Allen's game, his passing.
Yeah, really versatile.
Harvey's 3-pointer's off. Legan loses the offensive rebound to Verl Williams Jr. Good no-look pass. Sinclair flips it up, can't finish. Now Kwan on the other end finds Legan. He's going to step into a long 2 that's off. No look inside. McGrew rocks the rim. They lost McGrew inside, and he hurt that rim. Coach Conlon taking the timeout, so we'll take one as well. 1:53 to go in the first half. It's a 17-point lead for the Pirates over Ipswich. Your QBL Game of the Week presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Time we talk about Southwest. They seem to dominate that half, but Ipswich certainly not out of it yet.
Yeah, I mean the Force won the half, won the quarter +2, so they did finish pretty well and hung around, which was to their credit, and they just sort of got in a bit of the grind now, and they were looking good in that second quarter. So we'll see how the third quarter starts.
All right, well, we'll take a break at the halftime. It's a 13-point lead for Southwest over the Ipswich Force, 55-42. We'll come back just before the start of the second half with some statistics and the second half of action on your QBL Game of the Week presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Back with you at Hibiscus Sports Complex. It's a 55-42 lead for Southwest at the break, Dave. Taking a look at the halftime statistics, Southwest should be a lot more ahead than 13 at this point, it looks like, if you're looking at statistics alone.
Yeah, and I was just talking to Mr. Pollock, trusted Southwest guy of way back, and one of the things I said was the second quarter for me they were a bit too relaxed and maybe just chilled out a little bit, and that's not the style of a championship contending team, which is what they want to try and be. They lost the second quarter by 2, and again allowed a little bit of offensive rebounding and too much penetration, I thought, from Ipswich, which has kept them in the game. And again, to their credit, great effort and energy by Wilson and others who have contributed to that.
Yeah, I thought it was a decent first half in spurts for Ipswich. Southwest got a little bit lackadaisical here and there, but I think they're just really, really strong. I think I'd like to see them get a bit more action out of Tanner McGrew, because every time he's touched the ball, something positive has happened.
Yeah, I think so as well. And I think from one of the notes I wrote is just defensively, I think they could. I know they held them to 42, and 9 times out of 10 you might say that's going okay, but it's been a pretty high possession game. And defensively, I think they really need to lock down their own man a bit better. Especially when you're giving up stuff in transition buckets, and then and just fairly simple one-on-one assignments is I think where the Pirates have lacked a little bit defensively. And we've talked about it a bit. Obviously last week was a good win for the Pirates, but they need to get a bit angrier and start putting teams to the sword. You know what I mean? Like if you're up, I think it was 17 was the biggest lead. The game should be over. Like they should have been going to the half at 25 and saying, let's destroy them there. They're on a 9-game losing streak. Let's, you know what I mean? Rip their heart out.
Yeah.
Whereas they didn't, and now they've given Ipswich a sniff. And now Ipswich hopefully come out in this third quarter and continue their good play of the second quarter.
Where do you see Pirates on the list of contenders, Dave? Do you see that they could be a championship contending team?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think they've got a really nice balance of the roster. Good size, three-point shooting, penetration, etc. I think it's defensively where they need to improve. We all know the Brisbanes and Mackays are in that mix as well. So, and I think the Pirates have got a pretty good run home now. They've played some of the better teams, so they're going to close out with some of the lower teams, with respect. Ben Wilson again on the glass, his 4th offensive rebound. Just those little things, Johnny, is the things they need to clean up. Especially when there's a theme. I mean, he's done it. As I said, it's his 4th offensive rebound. He's scored on 3 of them.
Alley-oop pass, McGrew finishes it strong from Vines. Just taking a quick look at some of the out-of-town scores, Dave. Brisbane Capitals up on the Sunshine Coast Phoenix, 45-36. You've got the Townsville Heat leading Mackay, just about to head into the half there. It's 44-37. Townsville over Mackay. And then Gladstone with the lead over Rockhampton. Rockhampton's been playing really good ball lately. They're trailing, though, by 8 in the second quarter versus Gladstone.
That'll be a bad L if the Rockets pick that one up, because, again, they've been playing some good ball. You don't want to meet them, I think, in the early round of the finals.
Yeah, we saw them versus Southwest a couple weeks ago here at Hibiscus, and that Fowler, he was pretty impressive at the guard spot.
I think he was good that day. I think he had an even better game the next day.
Yeah, he was really impressive, and a nice late addition for Rockhampton. But Rockhampton has a lot of work to do to get back into the finals. Kendall looking to pick up where he left off, missed the 3. Legan can't finish. Quan with the offensive rebound and put back, plus the foul. Seems to be a bit of confusion there from Southwest. Dave, Ipswich down 10 now with an opportunity to cut it to 9 with Quan at the free throw line.
Yeah, I think it's the Pirates seem to have a bit of a track record with blowing leads, huh? So far in 2017.
The lead is cut to 9. Quan hits the free throw. Vines with the sloppy pass. He's lucky Bairstow recovered it. Good dish for Sinclair. He can't handle the pass, and then Ralph does steal it. He's streaking, goes to the rim, lays it up and in. Lead cut to 7 now.
Yeah, nice little 6-0 run here.
Burl Williams Jr. getting set to check in. Vine's going to fire the 3. That's off. Then they're going to get a defensive foul on Will Sinclair, pushing from behind. 3rd team foul there also for Southwest.
Well, we talked about a bit of a broken record, Johnny, how you start and end quarters, and the Pirates have had a really average start, and it's all Ipswich so far.
Yeah, Harrison's going to have to check in for Will Sinclair. That was his 4th personal. Legan working against Bairstow. Step back 3 is up and short. McGrew's wide open. He'll fire a 3. That's short as well. My heart just nearly jumped out of my throat as I saw the beast barreling down towards me. I saw my life flash right in front of me there, Dave. I was really more worried about the camera and my computer than myself or either of you, to be honest with you.
We would have been had to send an invoice through to McGrew.
Ralph at the bucket lays it in. Southwest falling apart here in the 3rd. They're down. They're up 5 now.
Yeah, great 12-4 run here for the Force. Another turnover.
Ralph has it on the wing.
I think
out
the
to
timeout
Legan.
will be blown in about 2 seconds' time.
3-pointer from James Legan is good, and Coach Downer has to take the timeout. That's a huge bucket there. A great look from Ralph to Legan. The lead is 2. Timeout taken by Coach Downer. We'll take one as well. 6:45 to go in the 3rd. Your QBL Game of the Week presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Timeout taken there by Coach Downer with his team. The lead now cut to 2, Dave. Ipswich doing a great job. 15-4 to start this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, a couple of just, sloppy turnovers from the Pirates. And, again, we talked about it at halftime defensively. They looked a bit average, energy-wise. And
Verl Williams Jr. can't hit the 3. Harrison tips it up. It rolls off the rim. Somehow Verl Williams Jr. comes up with it. McGrew going at Legan. Skips it to Bairstow on the baseline. Jump shot is up and short. Gets his own rebound, though. Puts it back up and in.
Well, they really needed that to stop the bleeding. And, again, if you have a look at the box score, really it's McGrew and Kendall. And then for the rest of the Pirates, they're struggling to score a little bit, actually.
Backdoor to Legan. Layup is blocked, but it's a goaltend.
Jake Allen's about to check in too, Johnny, and he's actually got 8 off the bench, so he's done a good job. But really, it's only those 3 guys have scored for the Pirates.
Yeah, well, Jake Allen has the top plus-minus for the Pirates as well, plus 15. Harrison's going to have to play a lot of minutes here, and he turns it over. And then Kendall fouls Ralph. Kendall not happy with it. He's getting into his teammates. I like to see the passion. Somebody needs to step up for the Pirates because they're at the moment, they're getting out-hustled and outworked by Ipswich.
Yeah,
it was a completely different half from Ipswich here so far.
Well, the swing started in the second quarter too, right?
Quan going at Harrelson. McGrew comes up with the rebound. Teardrop, it's a pass to Harrison. He wasn't ready for it. He thought it was going up. Two-point lead here for Southwest. Just about 5 minutes gone in the third quarter. Legan on the baseline. Jump shot is too strong. Got to look to get. I don't want McGrew at the top of the key. I want him in the block.
Yeah.
Gonna fire the three. It's short. I think Ipswich will be happy to let McGrew fire threes if he's not going to be getting it on the block. And then Quan gets called for the offensive foul. He had Verl Williams Jr. in the block guarding him. It's a tough foul call against James Quan.
Yeah, just careless is maybe not the right word, but can't get too excited. He had him. Just hold your ground.
Pass was a bit short too. You got to go over. You got to go over that and lead him to the bucket.
Well, they missed Legan in trans. The Pirates were miscommunicated, and Legan was actually top of the key naked because the Pirates didn't communicate well, and they got off lightly.
There's Allen with the ball, working against Dirksen. Gets it out to Harrison with 9 on the shot clock. Kendall now. Jump shot is off, but there's a foul. Gonna give that one to Ben Wilson. So Kendall go to the line for a couple free throw attempts. It's a perfect 3 of 3 from the charity stripe so far. Gamble gonna check in for Harrison. Harrison, the development player for the Brisbane Bullets. He's pretty athletic for a 7-footer, isn't he?
He is, and I think the Pirates were getting a little frustrated with some stuff, but they're only gonna improve when they get minutes, and so I think offensively, clearly he's learning and he's struggling a little bit at times, but defensively he gives you a legitimate shot blocker around the rim and a rim protector. So you got to weigh that up as well. And I know it's always a tough balance.
Kendall finishes plus the foul after the Ipswich turnover. Couple of cheap buckets there for Southwest, and they start to build a little momentum here. They're down 5. They're up 5 now, I should say. 64-59. You're out to Ralph. Three-pointer is short. Kendall comes down with it. Now up ahead to Allen. McGrew's going to fire another 3. That's too strong. Ralph comes down with the defensive rebound. Harvey working one-on-one, gets it back to Ralph. Ralph looking to reset the offense. Nice creativity there, gets it to Harvey. He loses it on the way up, but they're going to get a foul call. Basket doesn't count. The reach-in foul there on Jeremy Kendall. It's going to send Harvey to the free throw line. It's 3 for Kendall. It's the 15th foul for the Pirates, so they're in the penalty. 3:27 to go here in the third. Ipswich down 3, 64-61. It's been a 19-9 quarter here so far for Ipswich. Bro Williams Jr. has his shot blocked there by Ralph. Dirksen looking to go one-on-one with Gamble. He'll step back and fire a three. That's way off.
Yeah, that last possession, Gamble's got a seal. You know, and he's just too deep. He's got to drive Dirksen under the rim on that last set. And if he did that, he would have got an easy bucket because Kendall came off hard.
Kendall dishes. McGrew misses, but gets his own rebound and puts it in. I think they need to get it into McGrew's hands. Ipswich has no one to match up with him.
No. And I just was, you know, just thinking just then, you know, Jared Eustace has been a non-event so far. I mean, 15 minutes of action, 1 shot, 1 rebound, 2 turnovers.
He's been quiet so far this year. We always talked about Eustace as a really intriguing talent. He's had a, you know, by his own standards, it's been a poor season for Eustace. Probably, you know, he was pegged to be one of the key contributors for Ipswich so far this season.
Yeah, he has, and his season stats are still, you know, okay. But I think he'd certainly get more minutes if he was a little bit more productive as well. And it's, you know, it's tough on a group when you've got, you know, a lot of offensive options, especially when they share the ball like they do.
Southwest doing some work on the glass. McGrew puts it in, plus the foul. Allen had an offensive rebound. Gamble had one. McGrew had 2. The second one went back up and in.
Well, they're fighting back here in this third quarter, and they needed to because Ipswich were thoroughly outplaying them. I think it's a 19-14 third quarter to the Ipswich Force so far.
McGrew to go to the line for the three-point play. He gets it. Legan gets it now. He'll fire a deep 2. Good contest by Kendall. But a better hit there by Legan. Got the floor moppers out there for us. 69-63 the lead, about 1:30 to go. Ipswich doing a great job to get this lead down to single digits, Dave.
Yeah, they certainly have. And again, this the second quarter, and so far in the third, they've outplayed the Pirates.
Kwan's corner jumper is good. Thought it was a 3, but it was a long 2.
I think, you know, Atem Bjor's done a good job for them tonight too. I don't know what his plus minus is, but just with my eye, I think he's been really positive impact for the boys.
Good talk, good action on offense. Vines now with 8. Over to Allen, 3-pointers up, and good from Jake Allen. No hesitation on that trigger.
Yeah, just again, you know, I just think poorly defended. Well, that's offensive, yeah.
There's an offensive foul call. Legan had the jump shot drained too. Tendicon Machado going to check in for his first action of the night. Jeremy Kendall going to get a breather. There's that zone again with Quan at the top of it. Vines is wide open from 3. That's good.
Well, if you don't find shooters in the zone, it's going to be lights out. And the Pirates have done a good job the last couple of minutes to make the necessary adjustment.
Quan stepping back, firing way short. Hustles for the rebound. A lot of contact there. Pirates come up with the ball.
That'll hurt.
Vines
Ooh.
can't beat the buzzer. And we're going to head into the fourth quarter with the Pirates up 10, 75-65. Looked like Ipswich was going to run over Southwest here in the third quarter. Southwest did a good job righting the ship, though, and getting themselves steady.
Yeah, they did. And, you know, I think just the simple things they get, just defensively, they're a bit better.
Yeah, it looks like Quan's got a bit of blood. Him and Gamble had a pretty heavy collision off the ball. We're going to take a break here. We'll come back with some statistics and the final quarter of action as the Pirates are up 10, 75-65 over Ipswich. Your QBL Game of the Week presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Back with you here at the Hibiscus Sports Complex. 10 points the lead, 75-65 for the Southwest Metro Pirates over the Ipswich Force. On the game, Southwest shooting 44% from the field. They're out-rebounding Ipswich 38-26, 19 assists on those 28 made buckets. Look at the points in the paint, and Ipswich got back into it. They've knotted it up at 30 apiece for points in the paint. So doing a good job there, Ipswich, getting back into this game. It's 10. What do they need to do to overcome it and get the win, Dave?
Well, I just think much of the same is good. I mean, they've done a good job. I think they need to go through Dirksen a little bit, exactly like they've started this quarter.
Can't get the jumper to fall. Bairstow comes down with the board.
I think also, too, I don't know, they need a little bit more penetration. Trying to get Legan and guys like Harvey and Dirksen some more simple looks. You know, I don't know if that's Jason Ralph getting in and playing a bit more one, or, you know, Wilson obviously plays a bit of one as well. And then Legan is good night.
Yeah, Legan just picked up his 5th personal foul. Trying to shake free at Tendakai Machado. So Legan's going to check out of the... Huh? They picked up the 4th. It's only his 4th. I thought it was his 5th.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was his 5th too.
Well, he's coming out anyway.
Wow. Maybe our math ain't so good, Johnny. But I reckon our math was pretty good.
It's never been my strong suit, that's for sure.
Anyway.
No, that was his 4th. So
okay, lucky for him.
I thought it was his 5th. Eustace going to the bucket. Gets it to fall plus the foul.
You know, again on cue, that's what they need more of, just simple penetration.
Put the ball on the floor, get to the rim.
Well, it's just too much watching, too much one-out ISO type stuff. I mean, they've only got, you know, 10 assists so far. And for pretty much a team that shoots a lot of threes, which means you're passing it into the 3 often, you know, it should be a pretty high assist ratio.
77-68 the lead now. Again, I know McGrew's been shooting the ball fantastic from three-point land, but I think he's been spending too much time outside the paint as Machado hits the air ball. I want to see, he was so good in the block on the first quarter, and they haven't really gone back to it.
Yeah, and I agree, because I think it gives the Pirates better balance. And
Eustace
liked my pump up when I was saying he was quiet. He's come out with 5 points, or 6. Did he make the free throw? 6 made the free throw. 6 early points, which is exactly what they need. They need some points from other guys.
Well, Ipswich now trails by 6. Vines is open for 3. He's going to fire a deep one. It's off. There's a foul somewhere inside. It's a defensive hold. Kendall going to check in for Machado. Machado did his job.
Yeah, it's tough for guys like that who were getting a bit of burn, and then, you know, guys like Kendall come in and understandably going to take a little bit of minutes away from him, the young fellas. But like all good young guys, he's got to observe and learn, right? Guys like Kendall don't come into your QBL program every day, so he should be a sponge.
Machado is going to have the opportunity to learn from a couple of the best. Kendall, MVP. McGrew, MVP. Vines, one of the top young guys in the competition, even though he's a veteran now. Harvey loses the ball out of bounds. Ralph going to check in for Tembior. His team down 6. Let's see if Ralph could give Ipswich that penetration you're looking for. Derrickson looking to go one-on-one with Allen. He's going to fire the wing 3. It rattles home. The lead is cut to 3.
Well, the last few minutes, they've really spaced the floor in this sort of ISO set, and they've done a good job, actually. They're really scoring out of it, challenging the Pirates, coming to defend me one-on-one if you think you're good enough. I like it.
Allen answers at the other end with a nice little floater. Back to 5. Southwest looking to put a bit of pressure on Ipswich here. Good no-look pass. Wilson wasn't expecting it, though. It goes out of bounds.
Yeah, he's got to make that. Wilson's got to know that Ralph's going to find you. He's got to get his hands up. Good cut.
Kendall going behind his back, flips up a wild one, but he's fouled on his way to the bucket. You like that there from Kendall, looking to do it on his own?
Yeah, he's just got to keep mixing it up too. I think, just shoot threes, put them under pressure. And they had a good start in the first half. They had 11 free throws early in the first quarter, and it's been really quiet since then. Too many teams fall in love with the 3 ball, and again, only four free throws in the last 20 minutes or 25 minutes from the Pirates.
Ipswich has done a better job defensively, though, in the second half, I think, as well.
Yep.
Giving them a few different looks. It's that man-to-man, I think, Dave, that has really helped. When they've been in man, they've done a pretty decent job.
Yeah, we'll see if they continue to offensively, this really spread offense.
Eustace from the corner hits another 3. That's a good look.
Well, welcome to the game, Jared.
He's definitely inserted himself into this one. There's McGrew inside. Nice high-low pass there from Bairstow.
Yeah, to your point too, Johnny. That's where they need to have him. With the balance they have on the floor with shooters and guys who can penetrate, McGrew can, really play that 5. Jared thinks he's hot.
He is hot. He's en fuego. Lead is 3.
12 points in the 4th for him.
Bairstow finds Allen, spins left, too strong.
We have been known for our motivational tout, Johnny.
Ralph gets into the paint.
There you go.
Good look to Eustace. Tries to throw up the left-handed shot. It's off, and Kendall comes down with it. Ralph with the state of origin tackle there on Jeremy Kendall. I know Ralphie is a proud Queenslander, but I think he forgot there for a second. He's playing hoops, not league.
Well, he did have a 4-on-2 coming at him.
It's a good foul.
It was a good foul.
It's the 4th team foul, though, on Ipswich, so one more and they're in the penalty, and we're just under 6 minutes to go in the game.
I think Dirkson's not super happy with coming out. And the hot man, Eustace, takes a seat as well.
Bjor back in, as is Quan. Bairstow for Sinclair. Good look there from Bairstow to Will Sinclair.
I don't know if he left the ground on that one, the big guy.
Didn't need to.
He didn't need to.
Quan looking to get his three-point shot on. It's falling now for Ipswich. They're down 2. Quan fouls Verl Williams Jr. That's going to send Ipswich into the penalty. So Verl Williams Jr. going to go to line for a couple shots.
I think that's really going to hurt them right now. They're in the bonus for the next 5 minutes. Pirates have got 4 fouls to give. As long as the Pirates can defensively play smart, I think they can really take advantage offensively of the Ipswich group and just get cheap free throws for the rest of the quarter.
Again, I think, I keep harping on it, but I think it's key to get McGrew on the block.
Absolutely, you got to put him under pressure.
We'll put him in that high screen and roll with Kendall and make them choose their pick their poison. Couple buckets there. Free throws, I should say, from Verl Williams Jr. Increases the lead to 4. Ralph finds Wilson going to the bucket. It's off. Quan, though, with an offensive rebound. Harvey blocked, but he's fouled, actually, by McGrew. I like Harvey. He's not backing down from the beast in the block.
Yeah, good take.
Harvey misses the free throw. It's the second. 3 points, still the lead.
Yeah, we said it'd be close, didn't we, Johnny? Statistically, 4 points, a 3-point lead for the Pirates. And we'll just see who can execute better here in the last 5 minutes to close it out.
Ipswich winning this one as well, 20-12. The 4th quarter, they're up. McGrew inside, flips it up and in.
Well, if they can hold on, if Ipswich can keep going and lose the close one, they'll be pretty filthy on their poor start because they've been really good the last 2.5 quarters.
And Ralph picks up the foul on Will Sinclair.
I think that's 5th, yeah.
I think he knows it too. He's getting set to check out. Definitely his 5th personal, so Sinclair done for the night. Dirksen going to check in for James Quan. Vine's going to come in for Sinclair. Sinclair again giving him a solid contribution.
Yeah, does that mean Vines goes to the 5, Johnny?
I certainly hope not for his sake.
Well, they've gone a little small with this group, but equally plenty of offense. So as long as they gang rebound, they'll be okay.
Kendall hits the Jets, can't finish the layup though. Bjor looking to go right at McGrew.
Oh.
He slid a little bit, and that's a travel.
Just needs to relax. Well, he can relax because he's going to be on the bench.
Coach Conlon reinserts Jared Eustace into the game. Team down 5.
Yeah, sorry, Johnny. was going to say, this is the kind of thing where, you know, that offensive possession kills them, right? And they can't have that. You need to go, Ralph gave the ball up. He needs to demand it back so they can go get the look they want.
Pass is knocked out of bounds by Jared Eustace, so Southwest will maintain possession. 7 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Oh, they missed McGrew under the rim.
Kendall, though, top of the key three is up. It's off. Bit too strong there from Jeremy Kendall.
Well, I think he had 24 midway through the second quarter, Johnny, and he's got 3 points in the last sort of 15 minutes.
Legan, teardrop is off. Harvey.
Oh.
Legan has a horrible injury here. It looks like it's a bad ankle injury. His leg is not pointing in the right direction. It's bad here for James Legan.
Yeah, he broke it.
It's got to be a broken leg, guys. Let's take a timeout here. We'll come back. We'll try and get you an update on James Legan. Let's hope he's okay. 15. He could stay up late. 3 minutes. When she does the buzzer, after it stops, we'll go. Welcome back to Hibiscus Sports Complex here in Mount Gravatt. Thank you for sticking with us here through that injury timeout. It's a really unfortunate, horrific injury for James Legan. Appears that he has broken his leg. We had to wait quite a long time for the ambulance to get here, but he did leave in good spirits. Dave, you sat there with him for a little while. Can you give us a little bit of details? I don't want to talk too much about it. It was a terrible injury.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just came down and flat out broke his lower leg for sure. And he was in pretty good spirits, considering. And then we just want to make sure he was comfortable and obviously warm, because he was going to be there for a while. Ambulance took a little bit of while with the bad weather. And obviously it's not life-threatening, so that's why there was a bit of delay. So, but he looks in good spirits. It wasn't a compound fracture, so that's positive. And I'm going to guess he'll be out for a little while rehabbing that. But the Ipswich boys did a good job of trying to keep him distracted.
Yeah.
Waiting for the ambulance. So.
Yeah, so all best wishes to James. He's been really great with us, and we wish him all the best. And hope for a nice, quick, speedy, quality recovery for him. But nonetheless, the teams have now warmed up. So they've given them about 8 minutes to get back into this game. There's still 3:40 left to go, and Southwest is up 5. We were talking to Brian Curl just before. You know, the game was getting to a pretty interesting crescendo there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be quite interesting to see how they come back into this here. It's a 5-point game. I mean, Dave, have you ever been a part of something like this, that there was such a delay in a game?
Yeah, a GBL game. A friend of mine broke his ankle, dislocated, and we called the game. So you're right. It's going to be really interesting to see how the boys respond. Obviously, the Ipswich boys were quite shaken up. So I believe. I'm not sure of the QBL rulings, but both teams decided to, wait it out and then warm up and finish the 3.5 minutes left. So,
yeah, it's almost a new game at this point.
Yeah,
there's whatever momentum there was built at that point in the game is well out the window now. But Pirates do hold a 5-point lead, 89-84, 3:40 to go in the game. Pirates need to close this out. They really need the win. Ipswich.
Well, yeah, without being silly, I mean, both teams, this is what they work on. This is, game situations, down 5, time on clock, see who can execute, etc. So both teams would have been practicing for these types of scenarios, and now we have a good opportunity to see, how the boys go, responding and executing to try and close the game out. I mean, they've just got to focus. It's going to be difficult for the Ipswich boys too to do that, but the Pirates equally need to be clinical and try and close out the game.
And I thought it was a foul on the play.
I can't remember, yeah.
It was an hour ago. I don't know. I
Yeah.
think maybe the ball just got knocked out of bounds, but Ipswich has it the first possession since we're back. Bairstow comes up with the steal. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Southwest. Southwest needs to finish strong here. That's probably not the possession Ipswich wanted to come out of that long break. Kendall's going to fire a top of the key 3 that's off. Jake Allen chases down the rebound. See Quan at the top of the key. There's 6 on the shot clock. McGrew goes inside to Bairstow, who finishes through the contact.
Yeah, good patience from the Pirates, and that's what they need to do. Just continue to be a bit methodical in this against the zone, move the ball, and wait for Ipswich to make a mistake and then capitalise. And you know, Bairstow just coming straight down the pipes with a nice cut, and McCrew rewarded him.
Wilson clears Vines out and gets to the bucket to lay it in. It's a strong move there from Ben Wilson. Kendall in and out dribble, finds Bairstow open for three. The shot is up and good from Jared Bairstow. Increases the lead to 8. Wilson looking to go at Vines again. Layup is good, plus the foul. Nice aggressive take there from Ben Wilson. He's been aggressive tonight, Dave, going to the rim.
Yeah, you said it. And again, you can't let him get the momentum and the speed. So Vinesy's got to do a better job of defending him. You know, Wilson's been aggressive the last couple of plays. He feels he's got a bit of a mismatch size-wise, and so Vinesy's got to do a better job of meeting him and getting in front.
So Wilson at the free throw line tonight. He is 1 of 2 now. I tried to hold it back.
Well, it's hard. I mean, you try and look at stats again. It feels like the game was 2 hours ago. So
it started a lot longer than 2 hours ago. And we thank everyone for sticking with us. 94-88 the lead. Now under 2 to go. Vine's going to fire another wing 3. That rolled in and out. Harvey comes down with it for Ipswich. Now Dirksen has it. He dribbles it off. Oh, nearly backcourt. Harvey finds Wilson. Good defense there by Jake Allen. Southwest, the clock is in their favor. Bairstow has Ralph in the post, finds Vines on the wing. Teardrop is good for the captain. Ipswich needs to make something happen and quick. Clock is not on their side. Wilson, stop and pop, can't finish. Southwest can take this to under a minute. They're up 8.
Yeah, they'd like to run the full 24. It doesn't even matter if they get a shot off.
Kendall instead pulls up for 3. It's off. Long rebound, and McGrew comes up with it. And Ralph gets called for the personal. Ipswich in the penalty. It's going to be Vines at the free throw line when we come back from the timeout. 96-88 the lead, 47 seconds to go. Timeout taken on the floor. Might as well go through some of the out-of-town scores because, Dave, there was a few upsets tonight. This one wasn't one of them. The Capitals hold court and take down the Sunshine Coast Phoenix 93-87. Next one, the Townsville Heat taking down Mackay 96-81. No excuses, but Mackay was without Sean Bruce tonight, and that's a that's a big loss for them.
Yeah, I mean Bruce has certainly been good, but equally, you know, Mackay's got a good group who can pick up the slack. Cedar finished with 29. And Blacaves off the bench with 17.
You see Lucas Walker only had 4 tonight. Tragar finished with 5.
Well, Lucas Walker only played 13 minutes, so maybe he fouled
out
in 13 minutes. Wow.
Yeah, must have had the tough matchup with Jamel Anderson. Anderson had a big one for Townsville with 22. But how about Josh Wilcher? 36 points, 2 rebounds, 7 assists. I can smell a player of the week heading up to the Ville.
For sure.
To me, the big upset of the night was Gladstone absolutely smoking Rockhampton, 99-77.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've got interesting pieces, but they haven't really put it all together this year so far. But they did today clearly. Willis 36, Big Willie 16, Rockhampton.
Yeah, Rockhampton was making a run towards the finals. That's going to certainly put a dent in their run to the top 8.
Yeah, the back to that Caps game too, Johnny. The Phoenix gave them a good run. They had a 30-19 fourth quarter to give it a crack, but fell short by 6.
And Vines hits the first one back here.
Fullerton with a big game.
20 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds.
And Matty Kenyon flirting with a triple-double. So, again, the young squad certainly competed hard all year.
Vines hit them both, so the lead is 10. Dirkson's going to fire the 3. That's good for Josh Dirkson. Ipswich probably doesn't necessarily want to foul here. They're going to try and force the turnover. Bairstow nearly lost it, and then he is fouled there by Kyle Harvey. So Bairstow going to go to the free throw line. Jared Bairstow is 2 of 2 so far tonight. Hits the first. And hits the second. Wilson. Eustace inside to Harvey. Kendall's foul there by Ben Wilson. That's pretty much going to wrap things up here if he can hit these 2 free throws.
Absolutely. That will be it. McGrew was his standard sellout stuff with finish with 29 and 12. Kendall might knock a couple more in here to finish with 29 himself, but currently 27 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. And like we said, he went a little cold after he was dominating first 12 minutes of the game.
Kendall was amazing in that first half. Definitely cooled down. Looks like Coach Conlon going to take a timeout. Might as well keep it here. 102-93 the lead. Keep going through these stats, Dave, because we'll wrap this one up quickly.
Yeah.
McGrew going to be the top scorer for Southwest with 29.
Does NBN pay by the game or the hour, Johnny?
I didn't think we paid.
Well, the OT's killing me. This extra time.
Take it to the union, brother. The Southwest, though, for the game, 46% from the field, 31% from 3. Still, though, Dave, I mean, it is that modern game when you're getting up 33s.
Well, Ipswich averaged 33, so they're a bit under. I'm going to guess, no doubt, if James was here, they would have hit their season average of 33 in the last 3.5 minutes. But they had again, frustration for Coach Conlon. They were good. They were good in the middle 2 quarters. And then just struggled, I guess, to get those defensive stops they needed, and then the execution when they needed. And Pirates responded, and again they're gonna, finish with a good win. And that first quarter killed them. You can't lose any quarter by 15, but certainly the opening one just makes it so much harder for everyone to climb.
Yeah, Ipswich has won, on the score sheet, has won every quarter but the first.
Yeah, I think this will be their 10th consecutive loss. So, I mean, that's a hard streak to cop.
Bairstow fouled there by Ben Wilson. That might be Wilson's 5th personal, not sure. 4th personal.
I think it might have been Dirkson.
They
said 3?
Thought they said it was 3.
Not 3-3?
33, all right, yeah, sorry. Dirkson, you're right. Delirious at this point. Sorry, fellas.
But again, for the Force, they got their sort of standard scoring by committee. Dirkson with 13, Jared had 12, and they were all in the 4th. So I think the other thing for Coach Conlon is Jared's got to be a bit more aggressive throughout the game. I mean, it was a non-factor for the first 3 quarters and had a terrific 4th quarter. Then Ben Wilson did a good job too. Again, a lot of energy on the offensive rebound, which is what he brings. And he finished with 17 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists as well.
Yeah, it's pretty well-balanced attack for Ipswich. Yet again, you see they've got 5 guys finishing in double figures. They're hitting at a 48% clip. But again, they string together a few stops, but they just can't seem to string together enough stops consistently.
Yeah, I mean, they absolutely lost it in the first when they threw, I believe, maybe 6 turnovers in that first, and they did a good job to limit themselves to only 9 for the rest of the 3 quarters, which is sort of in their season average. They average about 3 turnovers a quarter. But absolutely it was lost in the first quarter, and frustrating, no doubt, for Coach Conlon.
Yeah, and for the Pirates, Bairstow had another good game. He's back healthy, 12.7 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals as well. We already mentioned McGrew and Kendall, but Jake Allen again, another 15 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. You called him out as a really nice addition for Southwest in our preseason podcast, and he's been really putting it on for Southwest these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's been really good. And I mean, other than him, you didn't get a whole lot of, well, it was pretty short rotations tonight for the Pirates as well. I mean, Verl Williams finished with 7 as well. But a good win for the Pirates. I think they, a quiet night from Ryan Vines as well. But that's okay because they've got the slack to pick it up. And overall, good win for the Pirates. They're keeping to build momentum. And like we talked about, that chemistry that they need to continue to work on. They've had, a bit like Rockhampton, they've had guys in and out all year. And so that's hard. And I'm sure Coach Dan is happy with the win.
Yeah, it was a good win for Southwest, 105-97. Next week, guys, we'll be live for you. We'll be at Logan. We'll have the Ipswich Force traveling down to Logan to take on the Thunder. Women's game's at 2 p.m. Men's game is at 4 p.m. Want to say yet again, best wishes to James Legan. We hope I have the times wrong there. Women's 2, men at 4. Sorry about that, and the date. So, yeah, I did update the graphic. I thought I did.
It's late, mate. I mean,
Sorry about that. The game is next Sunday. It's not the 9th. It is the 23rd. The games are at 2 and 4 p.m. Let's get rid of that graphic, guys. We want to give James Legan our best wishes for everything. Hopefully he recovers well and quickly. I got to thank Jacob Beals on the camera. I got to thank Regan Baker on the production panel. Got to thank Dave Derwin on the commentary, and also want to give a shout out to James Bowman from Australia Sports Network on all of the graphics that you see, guys. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with us through that injury timeout, and we'll see you again next week for your QBL Game of the Week, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia.